Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a video on my favorite I could not have lived without items for infants. When we found out we were pregnant with Ava, again, before the baby shower, I researched as much as I could about all the things that I would need for a compact home. We lived in a 550 square foot duplex, and there was no room for a baby. So everything that we wanted had to fold up and be put in the closet, or had to be very compact because we did not have the space for anything to be left out. So it made it a little bit more challenging for people who wanted to get us gifts. So I had to make sure that I let people know for our baby shower exactly what we wanted, because the reason why we wanted it was because it folded up most of the time. So one of the things that I really cannot have imagined not having, and we're going to use with our next baby, is the Fisher-Price Rock and Play. This was fantastic. Every time we were visiting family or anything like that, we would take it with us. Even we had, a dinner group, we took it with us and she would fall asleep in it. It folds up so easily, very flat, so you can throw it in the trunk. We folded it up and put it, on the side when she wasn't using it in the house. But I had her in that pretty much most of the time when she was first born, because I would be in the kitchen and I would put it, in the kitchen entryway so she can watch me in the kitchen. Or if I was folding towels, she'd be right there next to me, so I had her going everywhere, but being able to lay down there or fall asleep, because, most of the time they were asleep anyways. And she was just comfortable with me right there next to her, so I can, put her anywhere. And, the nights that she got really, really fussy, I was able to actually put her in that and rock her to sleep too if she wasn't, willing to fall asleep in her crib. So that online I found for like $50.49. But I found one on Craigslist, and this is where we kind of went a little bit crazy on Craigslist. We've pretty much bought everything on Craigslist. All the things that we registered for, and we were so grateful that family gave, to us and bought us, that was new, that was awesome. But the things that we didn't get that were new, we bought on Craigslist, because again, we're on a budget, we're new parents, and we knew that a lot of parents buy a lot of expensive things and then never end up using it. So if you're able to find something on Craigslist for less than half the price, and some of these things are brand new, because like I said, there's people that buy all these things and they never use them. So I was able to find one for 20 bucks on Craigslist, and it was still in the box. She had opened it one time, but her kid didn't like it or something, so then she put it back in the box and then she was going to sell it. So that was an awesome find, and we're definitely going to use that for baby number 2. And another thing that my mom found on Craigslist was the Discover and Glow Twinkling Lights projector. This was a lifesaver when they're too small to really know what's going on, but yet they can see lights, or they can see something or hear something. We didn't have a noise machine yet, because we just used the iPad, but sometimes that wouldn't work for her, so my mom got her this amazing mobile that has a light so that you can see all the little graphics on the front part, and then there's actually a light projector that projects onto the wall or onto the ceiling of stars and I think a moon and stuff. So that was another light. But then also the ball animals, they light up too. So they light up one at a time, and they actually move up and down, and the bees on there actually move in circles. So it was something that would be enough of a distraction that she would fall asleep in her crib. We were trying really hard to not let her sleep with us, just because we knew that that was something that we didn't want, eventually anyways. So even through the crying, once we got the mobile, because I think we didn't get the mobile until she was already like 4 weeks old, it was perfect. It kept her busy and made her fall asleep. She didn't take a pacifier, so it was just a little bit harder for us because she didn't do that to calm her down. So the mobile was a perfect alternative. And again, we're going to use it for baby number 2. And also another thing that we got actually from our baby shower was Ingenuity portable swing. This thing also folds up and it fit in our closet, so that we didn't have to have it leaving, these big swings leaving it in the living room, because we had basically no living room space. So this was just so perfectly compact that we can have it in the living room again if she, the days that she was fussy and would not want to go to sleep but needed to be right next to us, and the rock and play wasn't working, we'd throw her in the swing and it had music, and she would fall asleep in that so fast. So we definitely liked that as well. That was $69.99, which is kind of pricey, but again, we got it as a gift from someone, which we were so thankful for. So we're going to use that for baby number 2. Oh, I forgot to say that the Discover and Glow mobile was $69 as well, but again, my mom found it on Craigslist for only $20, and it worked perfectly fine. It wasn't dirty, or it wasn't, you don't really touch those things anyways, so it was in perfect shape. We just have to change the batteries, and that was it. So again, another way to save on some money. Another thing that I purchased, I really thought I was going to get into the whole Moby thing, but we didn't end up using it because we had Ava towards the beginning of summer, and I'm already a hot person, and being pregnant and breastfeeding, you're already, another few degrees hotter, and then having a baby wrapped in a Moby it was not going to happen. We don't have air conditioning. We didn't have air conditioning at that place either, so I got a Bjorn, and I actually was able to find the Bjorn at a thrift store for babies, just for babies. So it was a baby Bjorn. It was like brand new. It was white, so you can see if it was dingy or anything. Nope, it was perfectly brand new, super clean, and we paid $25 for it. Normally they're about $59. So with that, we were able to carry her everywhere. At that time I owned my own business, so I was doing a lunch program, and so I'm cooking pretty much all day one day, and then have to cook for, Dominic and I too. So every time I'm in the kitchen, whether I'm washing the dishes or I'm cooking or where I'm just constantly moving back and forth from one room to another, I had her in the Bjorn. It became almost, her favorite place to be, because of course she's, on me, and she would watch me wash the dishes, and I would talk to her about washing the dishes. So it was fun. It was a great way of bonding when she was awake. And then when she'd fall asleep, I'd put her in the rock and play. But again, another way to go outside. We had a garden there, so we were able to garden outside and water the grass and stuff with her attached to me, so I didn't have to worry about, leaving her in the crib or leaving her somewhere where I couldn't see her. So a great way to do chores with the baby on you is the Bjorn, and it not being that hot. We did get a Moby from a hand-me-down, but I have not, I used it once or twice when Ava was older, and I did like a side hold, but the Moby was definitely a great way to go, especially too because my girlfriend and I, my neighbor, she had her baby too around the same time, so we would go walking with the babies on the Bjorns around our neighborhood, so that was fun too. Another thing that we did purchase with a gift card that we had was a Bumbo. Those chairs that you can sit them on and they don't go anywhere. We started sitting Ava in this chair when she was about 3 months old, and we would just prop her head up with a little pillow on a chair that had arms, and she would sit with us every time we would eat a meal, and she would watch us eat, and we would even, sometimes put a plate in front of her with a little bit of food even though we knew she wasn't going to be eating, just so she felt like a part of the family. So that was fun. I mean, we definitely liked having that because we were able to put her somewhere where she's sitting upright and looking at us. I felt like it helped her, with her being able to build the strength from her neck to hold herself up. So that was a great item that we purchased. We did purchase it at cost, which was kind of pricey. It was $40, and I know I could have found it on Craigslist cheaper, but we had a gift card, so we used it. Another thing that I purchased with my Amazon gift cards I got for my baby shower is the American Baby Company organic pad cover. So this is actually goes over the crib first, and then you put the sheet over this. But this is actually waterproof material on the inside, and then it's organic cotton with a little padding on the top. And it's a fitted sheet that goes over, the crib. We actually had a mini crib that we got on Craigslist because, again, our room was tiny. We only had one bedroom, so a mini crib was our only option. I didn't want to have to get a bassinet because I knew she wouldn't really, I don't know. Bassinets, I feel like they just grow out of them so fast. So a mini crib, she was actually able to stay in until she was almost a year, but we ended up moving, so we got a hand-me-down real crib. So anyways, but I had purchased one for her mini crib, and now I've purchased one for her her bigger crib. The mini crib, it was great because we were starting off, with cloth diapers, and sometimes we didn't put them on right, or it was, a blowout or whatever, so she's leaked a few times, and so I was glad to have this so that it caught her her leakage, and even when she spit up and stuff, it would catch it. So that was something that I really liked. I hope you guys found this to be a bit helpful. I know that there's so many other things out there that people have gotten and couldn't live without, and I'd love to hear in the comments below. But this is just what we found, worked for us, and was so helpful in such a tiny space. And I think that that's what it was that we lived in such a small place, and living in certain areas, I know that your options of being able to afford a bigger place is not there, so finding things that can fold up or finding things that can make your life just a little bit more easy is always a good thing. So I hope this helped. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys!